as men, we cannot continue to allow each other to be slaves. And I'm being dead serious right now. It is way worse than I think I could even explain to you guys. There are just so many men who are showing up with no initiative, no willpower, no excitement, no energy. And it's everywhere you go, you will find men who are passive and allowing themselves to be slaves. And what I've realized about this is that most of the time when you find these men who are not initiating, are not part of the tribe and moving forward with people, usually they're complaining or just sitting around watching other people do hard things. These men are men who have not integrated the shadow. And I cannot explain this any more straightforwardly. The fact is, there is an unconscious part of our personality. And in this unconscious part, there are instincts, there are drives, and they are what we as humans would use if we needed to survive. They are built into us as a function of our survival. And sometimes they come off as aggressive, dominant, resource grabbing, and they're what would allow you to survive if you needed to. But in our modern society, they are suppressed by every institution, by teachers, by the media, by social media. From the time a young boy starts his life, he is being told to suppress his instincts. It is a fact. I've seen it time and time again. I've seen people try to tell my own son to suppress his instincts to appease a little whiny baby, like a kid his age who doesn't know how to play. And I finally had to stop that. And I put my foot down the other day. I said, you know what? If your son wants to roughhouse and then he just wants to cry, that's not my son's problem. You're not going to make my son feel bad because your son wants to be whiny because all you do is appease his bad behavior and give in to every temper tantrum that he has. My son is being raised to be a man. He will be somewhat aggressive. He will roughhouse with his friends. And if they can't keep up, he's going to know, kick them to the curb. Seriously. As a man, you cannot keep men around who cannot keep up with you, who will not have your back when you need it, who will run away when things get tough, who can't take the things that come with camaraderie, you know? And as a parent, because I've integrated my shadow, I could stick up for my son. And I'm going to continue telling him to reach into that unconscious, into that shadow. Don't let himself suppress any parts of himself. Yes, I will form this with him. I will help him be in control of those instincts. But the fact is, if he never gets in touch with them, he will never be able to control them. It is a fact. And everything in society is set up for him and your son and possibly you to suppress your instincts, to appease other people, to be passive and quiet, to outsource any backbone that you have. That is what society is set up for right now. And as men, we need to confront this head on. It is the truth. We need to raise our boys to be men. We need to raise our boys to have the ability to tap into those unconscious drives when it is called on by society or the environment, the ability to protect and stand up against what is wrong or corrupt. And if they aren't getting in contact with their unconscious, they will not have the will to do that when the time comes. And people really need to start thinking about this. A lot of people want to come up with all these personality reasons why people aren't doing something. But the truth is, it's because they haven't touched the primitive instincts that are within them. Because once a man does that, he knows he can rely on himself. He knows he can count on himself, and he will be confident. And when the time comes, he will have all the inner resource that he needs to act fast, to act smart, to do the right thing, no matter what it takes. And I needed to make this because so many people, so many men, so many fathers are just watching. They're just watching as their boys are being taught to suppress every masculine function inside of them, every masculine drive that they have. They're being told, be nice, apologize when some kid won't just stop crying. You know what? Tell your son to toughen that boy up, honestly. Make him a man too, because that's what we do. Men forge each other, and we don't allow each other to be passive weaklings. And then when a man gets in touch with his unconscious and he grows, and he has his own family, he's going to know how to lead and protect that family with all of his natural instincts, the things that people relied on for centuries before the institutions emerged, which promoted the emasculation of young boys that would affect their development for the rest of their life.